Alright, welcome back everybody to the Fire Emblem. We're going to do sort of what you probably saw in Hector's normal mode, which I probably would not suggest if I hadn't leveled up some of my guys, particularly Bartray. No, not Bartray, Dorcas, because you've got guys, a few guys to the left, some guys spawn out of the castles to the right, and then the boss is in the upper north west portion of the map. As I mentioned in yesterday's episode, we are going to send, or maybe it was 2 days ago. No, it was just yesterday's episode. I'm sorry. I am going to send Merlinus up to the village in the upper northeast area because I want that money. It is my money, and I'm going to use it later on down the road. I don't want to cause a bottleneck where I'm having to use certain characters because I've run out of money to buy weapons. Also, I probably should have sold my silver lance and replaced it with, say, an iron lance, but I don't think I've had that opportunity yet, other than maybe when Hector and Elowood first came together. That would have been probably the only time I've had it. Because the last episode, last mission, we had only, what are they called? Javelin. So, what's so dangerous about this area is obviously everybody gets hard mode bonuses. But on top of the fact that they all get the hard mode bonuses, and you're sort of struggling or you're trying to drag your characters into respectability, they're hitting you from all sides. And in a lot of cases, you're not just having to think about, well, what happens this turn, my turn, but what happens next turn? So there's probably gonna be a lot of second guessing here in this level. Like, oh, do I use Rebecca here or do I use Dorcas? Do I use the axe? Do I heal? Do I retreat? Do I put, Oswin up here? He goes left. I can't use him north. Here's a great example. I'm going to use Guy on this side. I'm going to try and hide him in this forest. But as soon as the, there's a name for them. We'll call them Bow Knights for now. So I remember the name. Nomads. Till the nomads, start showing up, I'm going to, again, leave him in there to hide. I want, obviously, Dorcas to come over to hopefully take out the other brigand there. I'm trying to figure out how the hell I'm going to get through this stupid... You've got way too much HP, buddy, or way too much defense. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out what the best combination here is. 15 damage, if I do it, is good, but I still need a second person behind to take care of all that. You need to go up and heal, but I'm thinking you're one too many steps away from that. So I may have to move Bartray down. Not the ideal time to be texting somebody. Or wanting to text someone back, I guess. Trying to concentrate on this fucking mission, and I keep getting dings on my wristwatch. I don't know if it's gonna pick up on the recording or not. Like, I can't answer you right now until I'm done recording, buddy. Excuse me. I love how Hector's wolf bale just completely wreck these nomads every time they show up, and Hector has just slightly more than enough attack that he walks over there. He can only hit one time, and it happens to do 27 damage. They only have about 25, 26 health. You can see I'm starting to run a little low on health. For a lot of my guys, Marcus included, I mean, he's a little bit more than half health at this point, but you gotta watch out that you don't get ganged up on, because 2-3 guys coming in, particularly if your character happens to double or accidentally crit, you know, you could end up underground, you know what I mean? Making mistakes like that. There's a lot of sort of a side story to this, I guess. I keep like going to these little side stories. There are a lot of like ROM hacks of these, like the Game Boy Advance level, you know, the Game Boy Advance game. You know, sprite changes, you know, character changes, bounce patches, you name it. And one I saw kind of recently was someone had done a ROM hack of, I believe it's Fire Emblem 8's engine, I could be wrong. They're also using a different character, you know, the character sprites on this map we're looking at. They use different character sprites as well, so you know, the knights don't quite look like walking clans members with little V's on their, you know, or whatever. I don't know. Anywho, try to make a long story short. I'm doing a pretty shitty job of it. So they did a ROM hack where you're going to play as the atypical brigand, and you're going to have the statistics that a brigand has, and you're going to be weak, and you're going to be low level, and you're going to go fight the hero team. So you're going in the first mission anyways. You have to, the object of the first mission is you're going to kill the main lord. Okay? Like, imagine playing the first level of Elwood's mode, or the first level of, you know, Fire Emblem 6, and you're going to kill Roy. And the rest of the story is going to roll out from there, because you're not part of the main plot, because, you know, brigands are brigands. They're just interested in pillaging shit. You know, that's, you keep running into the same enemies over and over again because they keep trying to get revenge on you. So you keep running into the fucking Jigen and the Kent and Sane of that game, but you can't kill them at that point because they're not the main boss that you're trying to kill. Okay? So I say that because in the first level you have to kill the main lord, and then the next level you're fighting like a knight type character that you might get early on in a Fire Emblem game, or maybe one of the cavaliers, but you're still having to fight the fucking Jigen walking around like a fucking, you know, with his balls fucking dragging behind his horse, and you're just like, and they give you a couple characters that try to balance it out, sort of like, you know how you have a boss character on every level, and that boss character is always stronger than anything else that they're going to throw at you, you know, in most missions. They do that. They give you a boss-esque character. And because instead of you killing the boss character and moving on to the next level that has another group of brigands with another boss character, you're picking up more boss characters as you go along. Sort of like you would pick up characters as you're playing through a normal Fire Emblem game. Which I kind of think is a nifty idea. And they also give you, like, you know how in this mission you get lots of reinforcements. They give you lots of reinforcements in that. But guess what? They're like, as I probably used in the last episode, I think I used the last episode, they're like waves crashing against the beach. They are just there to get a guy into position or stoke up damage or whatever they're supposed to do because they're brigands. Again, because they have high attack, low everything else. So, whatever, right? So we're getting to the point, luckily Guy is not taking any damage whatsoever, which is great because since he's like a wall, even though he's a Myrmidon. Myrmidons aren't really walls, they're more like flies, I guess. You can't quite hit them, but I guess they also wield killer axes and they can kill you. I don't know. My metaphor went out the window right there. But because he's not taking any damage, you know, basically all the brigands are trying to kill him. They can't do any damage to him. So all you have to do is just focus down on killing these guys, the nomads. You see he's not taking damage because he's also in the forest there. So I'm going to bring Dorcas over, take care of one of these guys, and then we'll kill the other with what's his face here. Gotta make sure you die, though. Now, of course, I've set up this brigand really well, so he can go into either one. You can pick 4 locations, 2 of which are in force, which is going to give them a defensive and evasion bonus. So, that's great. I know. We're running out of turns here. It's turn 5 of 7. We're not likely going to be able to beat the boss because that would require either sending in Marcus to kill him, and then that really doesn't do anything for me because other than if he's carrying, say, like an upgrade material or something, like a dragon shield, you know, something that gives the character +2, you know, attack or defense or, you know, whatever, permanent upgrade to their stats. It's highly, highly unlikely that I'm going to get anything out of killing him. Unless I can somehow get either my lord, or more ideally would be Oswin, over there and have him basically lured in and killed the next two up in the next two next 2 turns. But that also requires to make sure that Oswin doesn't die as well. I.e., you know, you put him in the middle of 15 guys, he kills 14 of 15, but then dies on the last one. Well, that doesn't help me. I mean, you just flushed a bunch of experience down the commode, and B, now I'm down a guy who I've been not necessarily training really well because he starts at like 8 or 9 anyways, but like kind of key. Kind of want to keep him alive, at least for a while. So yeah, we're gonna do this. We're gonna move Elwood out of the way, at least to the point that he can only be attacked by one guy. Not ideal. I know I probably should have moved Marcus down one more space, and then had Lone pick him up and drop him next to Marcus instead. That Elwood, that is. But we'll try to use our unarmed thief as bait to lure in or lure the attack away from Elwood. Of course, I may just leave the thief where he's at as well. Miss. I didn't miss. Because I'm great at this game. Dead. Yes, all of you guys are just going to die. That's okay. I'm pretty sure the ports off to my south east have stopped spawning guys because it is the next to last turn. The Marcus needs healed up, which is fine, but you know, because I can always use the experience for Sarah. Fine. But I'm not going to be able to, like I said, I'm probably not going to be able to get myself into position to kill the boss, because I kind of need Lowen to be farther north than he is. And I also kind of... Remember when I was talking in the last episode about everybody having vulneries? But take guess which character I didn't put a vulnerary on. Take guess which character I really wish had a vulnerary on him. The answer is all of them. But... Lowen, or... not Lowen. Oswin. There we go. I did it. I could use this to heal him up 10, and then as he loses, say, 10 to 12 health, I will feel more comfortable about leaving him in the exact spot he is right now instead of having to retreat him. Or possibly retreat him. Or possibly have to start this whole level over again. Die. No, you can't die. You're not allowed to die, apparently. You die. Yes? Yeah. True. Alright. Hector, you need healing. Matthew, you're not great either. Great. Vulnerary, do it. Yes, that's first. Then that. Yes, that's correct. Yep, gotta stay where you're at there, buddy. You can't diverge too much from where you're at. Your last breath. Yes, he didn't do enough. Well, he doubled there, but he didn't do a ton of damage. So if I had him up additional 10 health, yeah, then we could really talk about Lowen possibly going in and... Yeah, we could definitely have Lowen deal the killing blow on the next turn. Because even though Lowen would take, what, another 7 or so damage, I could easily do this, lower him down, kill him off with Oswin, and then kind of the 14. Yeah, he would be right at the point where the boss could kill him if he doubled one more time with the extra 10 health is what I mean. But because Lowen would more than likely hit him both in the attack I just didn't do as well as the next attack, he would die before Oswin would die. So, but you never know, there could be a brigand or someone sitting behind that nomad. I can't know for certain. It's upsetting that I won't get to defeat him, but that is Hector's hard mode for you. You gotta make your choices. Like this choice. That's 34 damage there. That is 40 some damage. Yep, I'm gonna use Lowen over here, which is what I want to do because it's your Hector. Oh, you can kill him anyways. Never mind. I tracked my statement. Oh, and if you were just a little bit stronger, I could have you maybe kill the boss there. Oh well, that's alright. I'd rather live and fight another day than worry about some measly amount of experience. Yeah, Puzin would have been dead, because I would have attacked him on my last turn, and he would attack again on this turn. Tink.